Guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome to Production Line, a game all about building a production line to sell vehicles, or sell cars, I guess, at least at the moment. And I thought, you know, it'd be a good fit for the channel. I've seen a few videos of it here and there, and I've played around with it a little bit. This is Alpha 1.07 though, so it's very early on in the game. You know, it's early access. Is it's pretty feature light, but it's still a good bit of fun, and I thought I'd show it off. So we're going to start a new game, and then, I mean, once we get going, I think you'll understand more of how it works. So we're going to start off with a small factory, 25 by 26, and we have $1.3 million to get started with. So here we are in the game. So this is our factory space here. There's a few extra spots that you can actually expand into, but we have to unlock that via research. So, I mean, we may or may not get to that. I don't know. But I'll start going through stuff because I think it'll become more apparent how this works as we go. So the first thing we're going to want to do is import, we'll get a resource importer. Basically, this is going to, you know, order all the components that we need, you know, like tires, valves, flywheels, etc. Whatever we need for the car, they're going to come in through here. That's where they're going to order all the components. Then, to start our car, we're going to want the chassis assembly area, or assemble area, because this is where it starts off. So, you can see when we hover over this, how much it's going to cost us, how long the vehicle is going to be in there for, so 25.75 seconds, and it will give you the power demand, although there's no power functionality in this game yet, I don't think. At least I haven't been using anything to do with power yet. So, yeah, so we'll start off with that. We can just put it pretty much right at the beginning, right there. So, no route to stockpile, that is this thing here. So we want to use our resource importer to drag a little conveyor to, you know, order the items, and you can see they'll get delivered in, and then once they're in there, you'll see these little robots are going to start building, well, starting the vehicle. They're not really going to be building it, they're building the chassis. The next, I guess we can do, not right now obviously, but through research we can actually unlock different, or more, I guess, drilled down methods. So if we're, let me just pause it for a second. We have these few different sections here. You can see there's like 5 different sections that it goes through, like fitting fuel tank and all that. And you can do each of these in individual sections. So you could, you know, build the car faster or build multiple at the same time. Like basically this is all about managing the time that it takes to send each bit of the car through each section of the factory. So this, for example, 25.75 seconds is the first section. The second section of a car is going to take us 63.35 seconds. So obviously, if we only had one of these, it would become a bottleneck and all the cars would just line up and wait to go through that. And obviously, we don't have a lot of money, so we kind of have to do it that way to start off with. So you'll see, and then we'll get the little conveyor belt for the car, and we'll bring it through like this. So once this gets going, we'll also connect up our resource importer to this. I think I'll bring it, let's bring it down that way. Oop, that won't. That way. So you'll see our little car will go along. Well, it's not really much of a car yet. The resources will come in for it. And we'll see it will start being built here. Or like at least that section of the car will start being built. And that's going to take way longer than it takes to do this. So we're going to start seeing all the cars like sort of backing up. And you can actually zoom out to this point. And you can see like where each car is. But we should probably start moving on. So, the fit body takes 63.35 seconds, painting takes 68 seconds, so that's pretty close. So I don't think we need to worry too much about any sort of backlog between these two, because I think it would be pretty similar. So we're just going to get the conveyor through to there, and then we'll continue our little resource importer up to that section as well. So we can get some paint ordered in. See all the paint cans coming in. We'll speed up a little bit. You can see already we have 2 additional cars there waiting to get their body fitted. Ideally, what I would like to do is get a second fit body area there, and then a second paint section, because if you split it up, right, so if you split it into 2, it'll halve the amount of time it takes to get the cars through, right? So that's what we ultimately want to do, but right now we don't have a lot of money, so we kind of need to build up to that a little bit. So we're painting, and then fitting engine takes 55 seconds again, so there won't be any sort of backlog between these two at all. So we'll bring that up here. Now, I'm thinking I might actually start using a second resource importer from up the top. The reason being is because we're ordering everything through. You can see there's only a finite number of things that can come through at one time. So if we're ordering everything through the same one, we won't be able to get like that many items in. So I tend to like to go over to another one anyway. So I'm going to bring it down the side, just down to there. So that will start ordering from that one and bring the components down here. So I think is that still our first car there? Oh, no. Our first car's here in the painting area, which takes a while. So that's fit engine. Then we got to fit accessories, which only takes 27 seconds. So that is pretty awesome. Now we got to where we export our vehicles. There's an exporter down here. That's where we sell our cars from, either there or over there. So I guess we'll probably go back down to that one. That one's closer. So we're gonna go fit accessories. We'll go because I'm thinking what I'm planning on doing is having another one of these here. So we'll double up all these ones eventually if we get to that point and have enough money. So then they'll sort of reconvene at this section here because this only takes 27 seconds. So that's quite good. So we're going to get the resource conveyor. That was an autosave where it like flashes up on the screen in case you saw that. Right, so that'll come through to here. Now, fit electronics, as far as I'm aware, is not completely net. Like, you don't have to do that, which is weird considering cars usually need electronic. At least, I guess this day and age, they kind of need it. But we can skip that, so we'll save a bit of money. Although it's only 17,700. No, you know what? We'll save some money. Right, then we'll go through the quality check, which only takes 10 seconds. So we don't really need to worry about this one either. So I'll put this... I'll just put it there. Alright, so the conveyor belt's going to come around to... Oh, that's weird. Go there and then there. And then, last but not least, is the export, which will just go there. And then basically we're just going to bring the conveyor all the way back down. So I'm going to do this. And then we'll just come through there. Right, so that is now a completed production line. Oh, next slot not found. That's probably not connected properly somewhere. Which bit? What have I done? Next slot not found. Okay. Okay. Did I put that the wrong way around or something? Nope, that's definitely the in. Not sure why it's... Sometimes this likes to be a bit weird. This is costing me money doing this, though. Hang on, let me remove all this. Just so we can... Get out of my way. There we go. Right, so conveyor. There you go. Alright. I don't know, it was being weird. Hopefully when I put this back, it doesn't mess it up again. Alright, so that will go to there. That should be fairly quick. We should eventually start getting a car out, because right now we are not exactly making money. So, insufficient resources, that's fine. Yeah, the problem with the fit engine thing is because it needs so many individual items. It needs a lot of stuff, so it tends to run out of resources just because the stockpile is full. Right, so here's our new vehicle design. There's only one designer vehicle at the moment, so in this game, like there's nothing to make it different yet. But so we want to set our markup. I don't actually like. I don't really know much about this, but what if I sell it for 100% markup? What is that going to do for me? I feel I'm going to go about 19,500. 19,500. We have a 21% markup. Is that too much? I don't know. I don't know. 20.9%. There you go. The Flabaliki. Oh, there we go. The Flabaliki. Same new design. All right. So, whoops. Right. So that will go through there. It did get sold because we have 0 car stock at the moment, which is good. So, actually, hang on. If I go here, high and out of stock design. So there's that. Oh, we can change it in here as well. So, okay, good. So if we need to change the markup, it got sold like immediately. So you'll see once that gets exported, there'll be a number 1 there. And when there's no number there, it's been sold. Or if you have 5, it goes out of 4. You've sold 1. So it's sold. Is this one going to sell though? Yes, it is. Okay, so we're selling cars. Right. So now, looking at this view, you can sort of see where the cars are getting stuck. Or where there's like a bottleneck, right? Right now it's obviously here because ideally we want 2 of each of these sections. Because if we split these 3 up, it'll actually just basically make it a lot quicker because 63.35 seconds is quite a long time. Oops. No, okay, so what we want to do now, to really get more progress through this, we would like to start researching some stuff. So let's get a research office. I'm going to chuck it there just because we have a nice little spot there. Why not? I'm going to research, I think... Whoops, I keep clicking on... So, because we have these factory areas that you can buy, I keep clicking on it, but I don't have it unlocked, so it just pops it up, but it doesn't do anything. Right, so, show all research. So we have a bunch of stuff. So, like I said, we can start drilling down and start, eventually manufacturing our own individual parts and then putting them together. But what I want to do first is probably... I'm Might improve efficiency. Faster drying. That's kind of good. But probably more robots. So if we get extra robots, basically, you can see we have like 2 robot arms here. You can get, 4 and then 6 and then 8 robot arms. So it speeds it up, essentially. So the more we have, the better. Right, so we are selling cars. Also, when the color of these cars, when they're yellow, they've been waiting there for a bit. When they're green, they're being worked on. When it's red, it's been, something's wrong. They've been waiting there too long. Currently, inefficient resources is the problem up there. Okay, so are we actually making money? I don't know that we are. Expenses is pretty... But then we have been buying a lot of stuff, so it's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to see if we can... Can we turn this up just a tad? Oh, hang on. So show me that. What if I go up to like... Let's make the car 20,091. Just a tad more. Right, so there goes that guy. He's going out. Let's make sure that's... We've got to make sure they're still selling. Oop, this graph is bugged. Okay, so that definitely sold, which is good. Profit, the blue line, going up. That's good. So, right, you got to be really careful because I've kind of messed this up a few times before where I've just gone bankrupt. It doesn't even give you a chance to redeem yourself when you go bankrupt. It's like, oh, game over, and then it just deletes everything. And it's a sad time. Right, so great, right, all of that. So now research office actually 49,000. I wonder if it's worth getting a second one. I don't know if that's going to be a bit of a risk. We really need to be getting these cars out faster is the thing. Prices. Oh. There's prices of individual parts, if I could speak, sorry. It's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of graphs in here. Which is cool. I'm sure they'll come in handy later on in the game, like when it's been developed a bit more. Because at the moment, a lot of this stuff is not going to make any difference. Okay, good. Total income. So, total income 177,000. Total expenses 359,000. That doesn't seem good. Oh, but is that including me building stuff? I don't know. I mean, we seem to be hovering around 450. We don't seem to be really making money. We kind of just seem to just be like holding steady, which is not really what we want to be doing. Now, I don't think... Because the thing is, alright, so we could get a second fit body section, but then it would just move the bottleneck to this bit, and then to that bit, and then if we, so on and so forth. We need to... I don't know. See, I'm not great at this game yet, but I'm learning. Maybe we can sell it a little bit more. Let's go 30% markup, 21,000. Maybe that'll help us out. There you go. Sell that car. Here we go. All right. So what else do we have? We have a supply stockpile, which we don't really need. Oh, that car sold. Okay. Good. Fit electronics, which we're not doing. Yeah, there's not really anything else we can get besides, or just doubling up, or like drilling down into this stuff. Like later on, you can get all this stuff in there, but uh-oh. Damn it. Didn't mean to place that there. Let's spend a little bit of money, but I think you get most of it back. Right, so blue line profit, look at that, going up. And expenses going down, because we're not doing anything. I guess it's kind of just waiting now to see... Okay, so this guy is still just getting inefficient resource. It's just not... The problem I've noticed with this one, anyway, is that because the engine requires so many parts and the stockpile is only so big, basically, like when it says inefficient resources, the stockpile is still full, but it's just there's no room for the stuff. So that's kind of so that's why it's real. I think with the fit engine one, it's really important to like break it down into all the individual components, because then you sort of can manage the resources a little bit better. Which I mean, at the end of the day, is pretty much what this game is all about: is managing your resources and okay, go. I'm trying to minimize that. Okay, managing your resources and like the efficiency of it all. So. I mean, right now, we're kind of struggling a little bit. We're not really getting anywhere. I think maybe... Okay, well, you know what? What if I just go like this? 100% markup. 32,000. Is that going to sell? Probably. Maybe, but maybe it'll take longer. I don't know. Might be a bad idea. It's still sitting there. Here comes the second one. See, I don't think it's good to have cars sitting there. Right, let's bring it down to like... What about 25? Alright, so we sold one of them. Okay. So if we go 54% markup, 24,900. Okay, so we sold both of them. So they're selling at that price. So that's getting us more money. We're up to 490,000 now. I think, because I don't really know sort of what a good value. Oh, that's sold immediately, that car. Dang. All right, so we're at 500,000 now. Here we go. Look at this. It might be worth starting to, well, actually, how's that research going? Nearly done. It takes a while. Might be worth actually getting the second fit body area. Let's just make sure which one it was. So I've left room specifically so we can just put it there. Now, how much is this? 174,000. Right, so we're going to put that in there. Let me slow down time here a little bit. Resource conveyor is going to go... sure, just like that, that's fine. Oh, autosave. That can come through there, and then that will rejoin there. So now what this is basically going to do... We're still going to have a bottleneck. It will just be more so here than back here, which will be interesting. But anyway... So now we've got two of those. So ideally, yeah, I want to get a second painting area as well and a second engine area. But we've got to make sure we're not wasting all our money and, you know, going broke because that's kind of important. Whoops. See, I keep clicking on the buy factory area. I shouldn't have built so close to the wall because I keep clicking to buy it. All right, so now we can see we've got a couple of cars waiting there, couple there, couple there. This one here is going to become a pretty big bottleneck fairly shortly. We're also having... You can see, like, continually the insufficient resources, just because there's just so much stuff being ordered in. Because you can manufacture a lot of this stuff in-house, which would also, you know, help that. We could also maybe get another resource importer. We just have to bring it all the way across the map. I don't know how much that would cost. It's quite expensive to get another one of these, but... Like, if we, for example, started... Hang on. Hold shift to delete resource conveyors. Okay, so if I hold shift. And then I gotta put that one back because I broke that. So then if I go from this resource importer. How much is that gonna cost me? No, it's actually not that much. 1,800 per thing, that's not too bad. And then bring that to there. So then this one... Ooh, research complete. All right, so choose new research. Can we get... Yeah, we can get even more robots. Let's just keep getting more robots because they're going to be quite good. Right, so now this one's going to order all from there. And I think what I'm going to do is, so we'll have this resource importer over there sort of feed this side. And then we have this one here feeding these few areas. This one's getting those two. So it's kind of trying to balance the load so we... hopefully get sufficient resources and not insufficient all the time. Although, having said that, it's still pretty insufficient, apparently. So that's kind of sucky, but whatever. Right, so you can see the cars are now definitely lining up at the painting area. That's our next problem, but that's fine. That's a problem for another day. And that day is today, so I guess we should probably be sorting that out. But we really need to wait for more money. Gotta love repetitive music. So this is going to take, I think, twice as long as the last one just because... Oh, speaking of which, we should probably get more robots in these. More robots. Oh, damn, I keep clicking on the wrong things. Because if we click on here now, we can go choose an upgrade and get some extra robots. And it'll make it 57.59 seconds instead of 63. So that's quite good. Now, you can look in here and see sort of everything that's going on. You can see what is taking time. You can see actually 18% of the time, we're just waiting for the resources to arrive, which is not ideal. Oh, right now, oh, jeez. Okay. Now it's 67% of the time. See, that's what you don't want, is you really don't want to be waiting for resources. But right now, that's kind of our problem, and we just have to deal with that for now. Okay, let's have a look. So income. Income is pretty steady. It's like up, oh, not that month. It's gone down, but... It's doing all right. How's this one going over here? 55 seconds. I guess we should get more robots over there. It's only $1,800 for more robots. And I think this one can have more robots too. There you go. So this now only takes 24 seconds. This takes 50, which is good. So it's a bit faster. Because this is 68.8 seconds. So there should... I say there should never be a backup here. But I guess there's a backup here because insufficient resources. We're not getting enough resources in is the problem. I guess one way we could try and combat that is trying to get a resource stockpile, a supply stockpile, and store more of these items nearby. But I don't really know how these work. So I mean, I think I'll try it. I don't know if it's going to help us, though. Right, so, let's have a look. So what do we need in this thing? Okay, so going through each of these, one radiator. See, the problem is it's kind of hard to see what you actually need. One exhaust. Hang on. Okay, add item. So, we need exhaust. I don't know how many, because we can have up to 36 things in there, which we don't need 36 exhaust. Maybe we'll try and get 2 cars at a time worth of stuff in there. So exhaust, and then we needed a radiator. Radiator, 2 of those. Whoops. What else was it? So that's exhaust. 4 wheels. Is that? Yeah. Hang on. Let's see. Where are me wheels? We want to go 4. So I guess 8 wheels. And then 8 tires, which I guess makes sense. I don't know why the picture of a wheel has a tire on it. Does it? Or is it just me saying things? Yeah, it definitely looks like it has a tire on it. Okay. So that's... So, waiting for the wheels to come in. Oh, the tires. There they are. Alright, what's next? 4 brakes, which I guess makes sense. Oh, that's an axle. Whoops. Brakes. 8. So we're going to double it up, of course. And then 2 steering columns. See, I don't really know what goes in these things yet, so that's why I'm... Because there's a lot of items, so I need to make sure I'm putting the right things in here. So 2 steering columns. Now, whether this is going to help us out or not, I have no clue. 1 steering wheel, which I guess also makes sense. Well, I guess 2 steering wheels. Steering wheel. 2. I don't know what number we're at, because we can 36 things, but we'll see how we go. And then we're going to go back to the beginning, because I missed a few of the things at the beginning, so let's have a look. So next car's coming in. Current task is flywheel, so we want 2 flywheels. 2 of those. There you go. And then 1 starter motor. Which also makes sense. So 2 of those. And is that everything? Did I get number 3? No, we need valves. So we need 8 valves. Oh, I don't know how much room we have in here. Valves. We have no more room. We literally have no more room in there. Well, okay, so we've got everything, I think, besides valves hanging out in that stockpile. Yeah, we had radiators. Okay. So now you can see there's a lot of stuff in there. So the item should get delivered to there and then just be moved down to this one. Although, having said that, we still have insufficient resources. It doesn't seem to be managing it how I would want it to. But, I mean, I guess they're there. Maybe that's helping us. I don't know. Well, it's something. I guess. It's certainly doing something. But I think really what we need to do is break down the fit engine into all of these individual components, because that's going to give us much more finite control over all the supplies. And I think it's just this unit is not that efficient. And there's only one way to fix it. That's drilling down and making it more efficient. Right, so we're definitely making money, which is good. We're definitely on the up and up, which is nice to see. Can we afford another painting station? Because we are really having a bottleneck there. Paint. It's only 50,000. So I guess we probably could. Let me slow down time. Resources. Go from there. Conveyor is going to go to there. And then it'll rejoin there. Now, ideally, we want a secondary fit engine place as well. Because then now what we're going to do is just create the bottleneck there instead. Oh, actually, what I want to do as well, I want to remove this connection in between. But if we remove it now, it'll just delete the cars that are on it. So I don't really want to do that. Sufficient resources there. No shock at all. What I can do, actually, so if I remove that, and do that. Now they can only go forward anyway. They can't go left, so that will empty out eventually. Right. Oh, what? How did they... Okay, at this zoom level that's not painted. This one it is. Yeah, that's weird. They're like pre-painted somehow. Okay. Right, so that should start... so these actually, what do these take? 57 seconds. These take 68. So it is a bit longer, so there will still be a bottleneck at these two, but... it's obviously going to be twice as fast as it was. These guys cannot move off of here because these are coming through too fast and then just block the way. And then they're just getting stuck up here. Right, so 245,000. That's pretty good. We just spent a lot of money, but we're almost back up to where we were, which is actually really, really good. Which I like to see. I like to see that. Stockpile, I mean, it's working because there's stuff going in and coming out of it. But I think we're still getting insufficient resources, which kind of sucks. Ah, one car is gone from there. Good. One has moved away. Fantastic. There we go. That one will eventually come off then, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that's obviously a bug. Zooming out, they're like painted already, but whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Okay. So 257,000. We got to be. I just want to be careful. I don't want to rush things because that's what I did before, and I kept going bankrupt. 130,000. I think I want to wait till we have a bit more money before we buy the next fit engine. All right. So how's our research going actually? Ooh, there we go. About halfway through. It might be worth getting. How much is research? 49,000. I just want to be careful. I don't want to rush things here, but we're doing pretty well. I mean, you can quite clearly see we've moved the bottleneck to the fit engine now. They're all just waiting after the painting, and they can't get through. Quite clearly. So we need to fix that. The thing is, it's kind of a bit of a risk and reward situation. It's like, well, if we do get another fit engine, it will cost us quite a bit of money. But it might also make us quite a bit more money because if we're outputting more cars, then we'll make money quicker. But last time we did that, I kept going bankrupt. So I want to be real careful with this. Okay, so fit engine, how much is it? 134,000. I just don't want to be... I don't want to be below 200,000, really. It's just a risk. I don't know if it's a risk that I'm willing to take. Especially with this... It's pretty unpredictable with what we're doing here. Especially, like, I mean, look at this. Like, when we're making money, it's just so, like, absolutely random. It's like some months we'll make money, others, nah. Oh, no, not months, these are hours. Some hours will make money, others we will not. I don't know. Okay, we got 300,000 bucks. So we're slowly but surely making money. Just good. Yeah. They're all stuck here. They're all stuck here at the fit engine, which I'm not shocked by. That car is still not moved off of that because it just can't get off. All right, so fit engine. Do we... Let's risk it. Let me pause up. Hold up. Conveyor. That will rejoin there. And then we need the resource conveyor to come... Oh, it's all the way over there. Oh, see, the problem with that is actually that's going to join to that one. Whatever, it's going to join to that one. Okay, so now let me just destroy that bit of the conveyor. And then I'll join it there so they can no longer turn right. So now basically they split off down the bottom and then they just choose whichever path they go on. This also needs more robots. Make it a bit faster. Right, so this should be pretty decent, I think. So this is 50 seconds. This is the long... Painting is currently the longest section that they have to wait in. So painting is definitely going to be the biggest bottleneck at the moment. But we'll see how we go. This seems to be pretty good so far. So how long does this take? This takes 24 seconds. That's about half of these, which is good because that means these are putting out one car every 25 seconds and this takes 25 seconds to go through. Or just a bit less than. So it should actually be pretty good once we start rolling through here. So I'm hoping this will really should up our output of vehicles anyway. At least I'm hoping. Alright, so there's nothing there at the moment. Insufficient resources. What a shock. What a shock. Alright, so there's no car there, finally. That took a while. These guys are going to take a while to get out of there too. But because this is slower than that, they will eventually get through there. See, as you can see, that one's got no queue yet, just because this is so slow. The drying just takes forever of the paint, which I guess makes sense, but still. Right, so 180,000. We are making money, slowly but surely. I mean, we should be outputting a fairly decent number of cars. We have one that's waiting to be sold. We have two waiting to be sold now. Okay, one's been sold. Good. One's been checked for quality. We're getting a lot of insufficient resources. I went back up to 200,000 though. I think I might get a second research office. I'll put it there. So this now will basically, I assume, double the speed, because if we have 2 of them, I assume it'll be twice as fast as having 1. Not 100% on that, but that's my guess. But we've almost got more even more robots, I should say, which is good, because that will make things faster. Although, I mean, it's kind of not going to be that good. I think we're going to go paint specialization, which will allow us to drill down into breaking up all the paint stuff. Now, even more robots is good. Whoops. But it's going to speed up everything that isn't painting. So, alright, so what I'm going to do, let's go here. So this will give us, so 24 seconds down to 23, not bad. This goes from 50 to 46.98, not bad. All a little bit faster. Now painting, we still can't increase the speed of that. We can increase the speed of everything else. That's down to 53 seconds now. So now now everything's faster except for painting. It might even be worth, maybe I should, I wonder if we could get a 3rd painting station in. Because that would work if we put it there. But then it's just like, the conveyor is going to be really weird, and I don't know how it's going to, I don't know how well it's going to hold up. That's quality check, whoops. So if I got like painting again. I don't know, I'm really intrigued to see if this is going to help us out or not. And then I will connect, I'm just going to connect all these back up again, and then they just choose your way, whichever way is the best, just do that. Let's go here, and then actually just go straight down. Can't see, hang on. Is that joined? Yeah. Alright, so I'm just intrigued by this. So if we get this one now as well, we should start seeing some of them being sent over there, right? Because if we can paint the cars faster. So what is that? We have, sorry, I've just clicked out of the window. Because the thing with this game is it does require some mathematics, really, if you want to drill down into the numbers a lot. So what is that? 68.8 divided by 3. I just couldn't bother to do it in my head. 22.9 seconds. If we use all 3, that is. Which currently, oh, here we go. We're using the 3rd one now. So basically 23 seconds. These take 47 seconds. So about, let's just say roughly 25 each. So it's about right. It's about right. We'll see how we go, really. Okay, so there was one. Okay, cars going in there. These guys are getting done up. We do seem to have a bottleneck in this section now, though. And a little bit there, but I think it might clear out, really. I mean, all in all, we're making money. And it's really not that much of a bottleneck. It's not too bad, really. Sufficient resources down there. But we do have 2 of these paint stations empty. No, we don't. And we have 1 empty. No, these guys always seem to just go straight ahead, even though there's an empty one over there. I don't know if they just can't get over there. I don't know if that's not been built properly, or... Because they really should be sending them all the way over as well. But maybe it's just too far away and they don't use it. I don't know. Because right now, clearly, this paint station's been used the most. Like, yeah, that one was empty, but they're still going there. These guys tend to choose either one. I don't know if it's just a position and maybe it's too far away or what, but... I mean, it seems to be working. We've got money, so... Oh, look at this. Whoa. We're definitely making money. Definitely making money, so that is good. They love this one here, though. I think it's probably better off to go into, like, separating them out. So, like, 7.9 seconds, 24 seconds, 8, and 28. I think that's probably the way to go. Separate them out. Hey, research complete. Nice. Okay, so that's got us, you know, all the painting individually now. So we can do all this stuff separately, which is pretty cool. But I'm going to leave this video here. This is production line. I thought it was pretty fun. It totally is pretty fun. But it is an alpha, so there's still like a lot of stuff that isn't in the game, and there's not a whole lot to do. Like pretty much, I mean, while there is a lot of stuff to research, I guess once you get through all this, there's not much else really. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I will see you next time. And, yeah, have an awesome day.